But it's a matter of just taking it to the people and just basically just letting them have a chance of interacting with us.
Well, I don't mind if I ain't got time, 'cause that don't bother me.
There's something like 13 or more for one airwave. So we're up against all kinds of people. The comedy channel, the gay and lesbian channel, the fundamentalist Christians.
Well, the sun don't shine in the winter time, that don't bother me. In the car,
Dead air.
Oh dear. So we've got more dead air. I wonder who stood on the cord this time. Nothing coming back on?
No.
I think I gave up farming for this. What this does is it takes the sound from that desk to Melbourne Central. It's a phone line, but for some reason there's some weak link in the chain from here to Melbourne Central, which has caused it to cut out over the last week, and it means that we've lost probably up to a day in real time when it's just cut out completely and we haven't been able to get our sound up to Melbourne Central. But I mean, I don't know what you do. I mean, you just got to wait here for it to come back on. I mean, we can't turn the station off because if we come back on, then the listeners are completely in the dark.
I don't believe this, do you believe it? This is madness. Absolute madness. You know, what else can go wrong? Oh. We could get stuck in the lift!
It's like a tea bag. You jiggle it.
Thank you for that.
Hi.
Hi.
What'd you do? Did you come in by train?
No.
Oh, okay.
Susie's over the road.
Oh, all right. It's just that it took a while. We don't know. Oh, I hurt.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I hurt.
You've been working really
Oh,
hard.
well, yes, I also haven't stopped answering telephones and writing out receipts.
I know.
And I've got to do the mail in the morning and I've got to open up and. We're on it!
So, Peter, how are things out there tonight at Coldstream? No, it's not a bad night out there, actually. Beautiful night. Well, thank you very much for calling in, because as we said before, we've had all these technical problems tonight.
It's hot.
But,
Take off your
over
coat.
the,
Sit down.
15 years that
Go and put the kettle on. Make me a cup of coffee. Do something. Take over while I go to the loo.
We enjoyed last year, Troy Cassar-Daley and some other great acts on the... We're going to play a song that I wrote 20 years ago about a woman whom I met 23 years ago.
Oh, I see. Overheating at Daimaru. Hang on, I'll get Dave for you. He's on the phone, overheating up at Daimaru.
Wow.
That's why it's cut out.
Wow.
We're going to have to install fans for next time.
Yeah, I'm worried about Neil. Well, I know he's not the world's most popular guy at the moment, but we wish that on anyone.
He has had a stroke. Another stroke.
You fathers and you mothers, be good to one another. Please try to raise your children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't make them feel forsaken. Just lead them safely to the light.
I was brought up here in the bush, so this is where I come to write and get back in touch with my roots. I've written about 40 chapters of my serial killer novel, Murder on Beer Can Hill. There's a serial killer knocking off country music radio DJs, first in Melbourne and then all around Australia. Obviously we've changed the names for legal reasons, but people who know the characters will still understand exactly who the victims are and the villains.
I'm gonna catch tomorrow now.
Both of us have had been teachers, and I was in fact a school principal. Neither of us are able to work anymore. In a sense, it was rehabilitation for us both, because it was the first time we'd done anything outside of surviving for a couple of years.
I think you're working your way home, are you?
Post-transplant, he was very withdrawn. In a sense, the radio station was very good for Peter in helping him make contact again with people, even if it was the midnight people.
Country. It's Annie. Hi, Kathy. I beg your pardon? When did this happen? Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Have you got somebody there? Oh. Was this very sudden? Kathy, I'm just so sorry. I mean, I just can't say enough, you know. No. Oh, stop that.
Well, he was beaten up at the school there where he worked by one of the students. He suffered, well, a lot of rupture. He initially suffered ruptured testicles, but then that led to a heart problem. He was a man that lived with a brand new heart. The heart transplant enabled him and gave him 5 years of quality life, and that quality life was improved by the fact that he could come on here at midnight every night and do a radio show when other people would have probably just tossed in the towel and just stayed at home and just sort of felt sorry for themselves, but he actually came up here.
I'm so proud of you.
I mean, I got up to do a speech and it was so hard to do that speech because it wasn't like you were talking about a third person, you were talking about somebody that you knew intimately, and it was also the fact that I'd asked him to do this extra work, and I thought, well, he's going to be fit enough to do it. And then when he died, I had this sudden feeling was, had I given him too much work to do?
Black cloud, rain on my parade. Black cloud, black days.
But I'm going to sell the cars because I've been to hospital 3 times this year and I haven't got a driver's license. They took it off me. But one of them will probably be the end of me, but which one it is, it's a lottery. We don't know. So why worry about it? Keep taking your pills. Keep taking your pills.
Whether we get a licence depends on whether the decision is made along strictly politically correct lines, or, as New Country has shown over a 7-year period, given to someone who has shown themselves to be community-minded and very, very viable.
As I told you, Nick, Dave's a rock. Doesn't look nervous, looks completely calm and in control.
We're the underdog, we know that. We've known that from the start.
Do you swear by Almighty God that the evidence you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
New Country was born in 1994 to country music-loving parents in a flat in Preston. Now 7 years later, and 31 test broadcasts on, New Country has grown from strength to strength. The community at New Country are average people, but remarkably varied. We have Kooris on air, we have gay presenters on air, and we have blind people on air, various religious groups, ethnic groups. So across the whole gamut of involvement in New Country, right from being on air to office to just listening, we got the lot.
Adam did a sensational job.
I think it's a great job, sensational job. Let me shake your hand.
Oh, thank you.
From one kinky to another.
G'day, how are you?
Good.
Let's get out of here.
Left me high, dry and lonesome, like the wind up in the trees. She left me high, dry and lonesome. I beg that wind to bring her back to me.
It's important for you to get out of the house.
Oh.
I mean, there's no point in sitting around and getting cabin fever. You've got to get out and do things.
Okay, you going to go first?
Yeah.
This is the first time that she's been available since her husband died. I mean, she's been in mourning for close to 7 weeks. So this is the only time she's been well enough to come in and do an on-air tribute to him, so she's here.
That one I told her lies, and I hope that Peter made sure he told me lies every time, because I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about it. Before that with Emmylou and one of our great favourites, Lonely Nights. Who could miss a Willie Nelson Lonely Night? And we began the show with Life's Railway to Heaven with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, just for Peter.
Oh, thanks very much. And yes, we certainly miss Peter, but
let's go on with the show.
You've done me wrong, but it won't be long till my blues are out of sight. For that big green engine's ready to go, rolling down.
The ABA has promised to send a letter to me here at my home to let me know the results of their adjudications on the licences.
Thank you very much. Good on you, mate. Thank you. It's not there. I'll still have to ring. Well, you haven't heard any news stories yet, have you? Okay, well, the licences went to the Christians, the gays, the Kooris and Sin FM, the youth station. That's correct. So country is now officially the most disenfranchised minority in the community. So life after New Country has not been a complete disaster. I've been offered employment as the chauffeur for the singing Texan crime novelist Kinky Friedman, which means that I'll go on the road with him. By the end of this trip, I should have invented a few more ways to kill and maim people. We're visiting Canberra, and of course, there could be many bureaucrats who die in murder on Beer Can Hill.
And I'm proud to be an asshole from El Paso, a place where sweet young virgins already flower. There's a bird on my back. You walk down the street knee deep in taco, taco, and the wetbacks still get 20 cents a night. Everybody in Australia. And I'm proud to be an asshole from El Paso, place where sweet young virgins already flower. I can hear you walk down the street knee deep in enchiladas, and the wetbacks still get 20 cents a night. Them old wetbacks still get 20 cents a night.
You're welcome, Pete.
Let's see you follow that one.
A urination and a coffee.
Be right back, don't go